Okay, so let's select the rectangle tool, hold shift, and create a rectangle anywhere on the screen. Now, let's make the width 24 by 24. Width and height the same. Now, let's just click on it, increase the radius a bit to maybe 4 pixels. Now, let's make the fill completely white. Stroke, center it, make it 2 pixels. Effects, let's add some inner shadow, make it a bit nicer, and then let's just switch change the black stroke color to something more nice. Let's just go with this one. Okay, now let's just take the text layer right here, click on next to the checkbox, and let's add a text, call it checkbox item 1. Okay, let's align it properly. This should be fine. Now let's right click, select both of them, right click, and then create component. Then we're going to go to properties, create a variant, and then let's double click on property, call it state. Now we're going to select our component, add a different variant. We're going to call this one active. Okay, now we want to change the color too of the text, so let's just change the black into undo, something like this. Actually, let's just make the weight medium. Just double click on into the component if you want to get to the text. Okay, something like this. I feel like, okay, maybe a bit more to the right. Okay, now we're just going to double click on the checkbox because we want to make some adjustments. We will remove the stroke and we will change the fill to this color. Also hide the effects. Now we want to add a checkbox icon too, so we're going to go to plugins right here, search for Iconify, and then just search for a check icon. Let's just go with this one. Just drag it in, or just click import icon. It's the same thing. Now let's just drag this thing outside of the frame, and then we're going to add it inside the checkbox in the component right here, and we're going to make it white. I feel like maybe we should make it a bit smaller. Just make sure you hold shift when you resize it, or you just go ahead right here to scale and scale it a bit, and also make sure it's centered back again once you're done resizing it. Something like this. Okay, now all we have to do is just go to prototype, select the first variant in the component, and then just drag an interaction from the first one to the second one. You can make it instant. I will go with dissolve because it's like a more subtle change. It's some sort of an animation. It looks nicer. So, but if you go to with instant, it should work exactly the same. It just it just adds an animation. So from the first one to the second one, and then from the second one to the first one. So we want when the user clicks on this one, it gets to this one, right? It replaces with the second one, and then clicks on the second one, goes to the first one, back again. So we're pretty much done with everything. All we have to do is just create a frame. I'm gonna make it, I don't know, this should be fine. So we're gonna go to assets and just simply drag our component anywhere on the screen. Let's just duplicate it. You can hold Control D to duplicate it. Something like this. Okay, now all we have to do is just run the prototype right here. Click run. Wait a few seconds. And now when we click anywhere, we should check and uncheck our items, and it should work just fine. I feel like we could have made this checkbox, I guess, black. That would have made sense. I don't know. Probably looks worse. But anyway, that's how you make a checkbox in Figma that works in a prototype like it should work on an actual coded website. So if you guys like my tutorials, just follow, subscribe, leave a comment, and that's it.